Good morning again.
Good morning.
See, a few more people have showed up, so that's fun. So today we're going to talk about letting go and how you can release the things that are holding you back. And I want to start off with a joke. So Jack was hiking through the mountains, and he was going down this kind of a narrow path, and there were some rocks, and he slipped. And as he was falling, he grabbed onto this tree. And he looks around him, and beneath him, it's just 1,000 feet down in this crevasse, and there's nothing between him and the ground. And he's looking around, and he can't pull himself up, so he starts calling out for help. He says, "Help me, help me, help me." And he hears this voice. And he says, "I will help you." And he says, "Who's that? Who is it?" He goes, "This is God." And he goes, "God, if you help me, if you'll save me, I'll never sin again. I'll live my life just to serve you." And God goes, "Wait a minute, let's not make all these promises yet. Let's just get you out of this." He says, okay, what do I need to do?" God says, "So just let go of the branch." Jack's silent for a second. "Is there anybody else up there?" I think there's lots of times in our lives that we're in that situation where the help is available and we're just not willing to let go. And we know that God is inside of us, not outside of us. But we cover that up. You know, we cover up our true selves, our who we truly are, our God selves, you know, with limiting beliefs, with fears, with stress, with worry, with thinking that we're not good enough or we're not able. And none of that is true. None of that is who we truly are. And as we go through this spiritual journey, it's not that we need to learn more stuff. We just need to let go of the stuff that we've learned that's keeping who we truly are from coming out. We are all happy. We are all loving. We are all at peace. We just cover that up with layers and layers of stuff so that we can't experience that. It doesn't mean that that's not what we are. It's just all hidden. And it's not real. But we all think about it as being real. So, Donna, can you pass out the paper and the pens? So today we're going to do a meditation, and we're going to find out what it is that we need to release. And then we're going to bring it up and we're going to burn it in the bowl. But we're also going to talk about how you can release stuff every day, and how you can use the idea and the techniques of releasing in your everyday life. So it's not something that you just have to do once a year right before, at the end of the year. And I want you to know that holding on to things is important too. As a parent, there are times that you have to hold on to some of the ideas. You have to take care of your kid and dress them and feed them and stuff like that, and that's stuff that you have to do. So we don't want to release everything, and there's an ebb and a flow. It's just like everything else. It's up and down, and But we want to release those things that don't serve us. The stress and the negativity and the things like that. So once everybody has a pen and a piece of paper, I want y'all to take your pen and hold on to it. Okay, now squeeze it. Really hold on to it. Really hold on to it tight. Don't let it go. Feel it. Hold on to it. Grab it. Hard as you can. Feel that tension. Feel that going down your arm and making you tight. And then just let go. How good that feels? To just let go. To not worry about being attached to whatever it was that you were holding on to. To not care what happens to it after you let go of it. Too many times when we try to let go, we're pushing things away. And when you push things away, they come back. You know, what you resist persists. So we don't want to push things away. We just want to release it. So now, normally we do the meditation later. I'm going to do the meditation now so that you can find out what to write down on your piece of paper. Now, we're all good. Yeah. So you're probably going to have to pick up the pen that you dropped. So close your eyes and settle in. Think about what's happened in this past year that caused you stress or pain or discomfort. Think about what is it that you need to let go of most? What do you need to release from your life? And it could be one thing, it could be three things, it could be as many as you want. So just settle into the silence and listen to what comes. And as the answers come to you, you can slowly start to wake back up. Open your eyes when you're ready. And then write down whatever came to you. Now, a lot of the things that we tend to hold on to are things that society kind of teaches us to hold on to. If any of you have had kids or have been around kids, you've probably seen when the kid will fall down and scrape their knee, and then they'll look to mom to see if they should be upset about this. And if mom's like, ah, then the kid goes, ah. And if mom's like, oh, you're okay, and the kid's like, oh, okay, and runs off and plays. So we learn through watching other people and watching our parents and watching the people around us that there's things that are supposed to upset us, and we're supposed to hold this stuff in and let it get to us. And you don't have to do that. You can let it all go. You can be like that little kid. Stop looking around to see if this should upset me or not, and just let it go. And not just today. This isn't something that you can, like I said, you don't have to do this once a year. You can do this every day or a couple times a day. And when something comes up, you can just release it. So now what I want you to do, if what you wrote down on your piece of paper is not an emotion, I want you to write down the emotion that goes with that. So what is the emotion that brings up in you? Is it fear? Is it stress? Is it worry? A Course in Miracles says that there are only two emotions, fear and love, and that my guess is that whatever you're releasing generates fear in some way or another. Because if it generates love, then you don't need to let go of it. So now you know what's the trigger. That emotion is what gives whatever that is the power. The things themselves don't have power. We give them power through the emotions that we attach to them. So as you release, you want to let go of whatever that is, but then you also want to let go of the emotion around it. And like I said, the hard part is that people are usually trying to push things away. And instead of pushing it away, you need to accept it. You need to accept that that is a possibility. And you also need to accept that the opposite of that is a possibility. But then know that whatever it is, it's not you. It's not your true self. So on my piece of paper, I wrote down financial lack. So for me to release this, I have to accept that financial lack is a possibility, and that financial abundance is a possibility, and that either one of those situations are not me. And I let go of any of attachment to either one of them. I have to be okay with either possibility. If I'm resisting one or the other, then I'm not going to get what I'm hoping for. If I'm trying to push that away, it's just going to keep coming back at me. If I accept it, then realize that it's not a part of who I am, of who I truly am, my true nature, is not any of that. Whatever you wrote down on that piece of paper, that's not who you really are. Accept that that's a possibility, know that it's not who you are, and then you can let it go. And the emotion is fear. I'm not fear. So I can let go of that. I don't have to accept it. I don't have to. I can accept it, but I don't have to be attached to it. So, As we think about those things, I want you to say to yourself, I accept the possibility of whatever I wrote down, and I accept the opposite of whatever I wrote down. And I know that neither of those are who I am. And I can go forward unattached to anything that's on this piece of paper. And then after that, you're going to take your piece of paper, and we're going to come over to our bowl. You can watch it burn for a little bit, but watch your fingers too. And just drop it in the bowl. And when you do that, know that the attachment is gone. It's no longer a part of you. So before I came up to talk, I've been struggling with a sore throat for a couple days and coughing a lot. So while I was listening to the music, I sat there and I said, I'm just going to release. And I know that the sore throat is not who I am. It's not me. And I'm just going to let it go. And I've been able to make it through this pretty well without too much coughing, and I still have a voice left. So as you go through your life, remember that you can release anything and just let it go. Thank you.